Over the past 4 months, I've been creating a crazy amount of 3D art, but not all designs go to plan. Today, we're going to be redesigning my failed 3D art and fixing this monstrosity. Let's take a trip down memory lane to see how this rabbit came to be. So this is the current situation. I am 6 hours into this rabbit, which the frog was beautiful. I loved making him. This rabbit, I hate him so much. So it got to the point where for each section, like the dress section, I had 130,000 vertices, which is way too many. So at that point, I should just scrap it and start over. So I think for day 2, we're not gonna have like a final rendered product. This is also my UV map. It's all so bad. I think I'm a little sad that day 2 I can't produce anything, but I would have been even more sad if on day 1 I didn't have anything. So at least I know I can make something. Oh yeah, it's currently unfinished and I really want to redesign it. I did follow a tutorial for this rabbit, so I will link that in the description if you want to have a look at it. And yeah, I think we jump straight into Blender. So the first thing I always do is just delete everything, and here I am just turning on my add-ons, bringing in my reference image and starting with a round cube. I went out to shape the round cube to really incorporate the bunny's head, and then I went in to add in the little ears, and I'm just using the mirror modifier, so it's the same on both sides, which saves me like 50% of the work. Here I am going in to add the body of the bunny rabbit, and also using a mirror modifier here and a subdivision modifier. Then went in to do the legs and the boots. I just extrude those vertices out and boom, he's got boots. Went in to do his little arms and then his fingers. And I remember last time his fingers gave me so many issues, and this time there was a few issues, but I do start to understand how to fill in those vertices and how to pull out those little hands, and look! He's got little hands. I do this a couple of times though, because they were looking a little bit like flat on one side, but I thought he looked really good. I was really happy with him at this point. I was having a little bit of trouble making his like little wizardy outfit, because when I duplicated all the vertices, it like duplicated them twice on top of each other. Here I am fixing that issue. And then I went through just to pull out all those vertices and make him his little wizard outfit. I also did his little arms, and he's just so cute. I had those arms a little bit bigger as well, so he looked a little bit bulked. And then changed the color of the outfit so I could actually see what I was doing. Here I am doing his little wizard hat, and it's so cute. And I went in to do his eyes, and he's really big eyes, which is like very different to a lot of my other characters. But I just got a round cube and then just deleted half of it and flattened it on the y-axis. Here I am just sculpting out his face a little bit, so there's a little bit more dimension to his mouth and his cheek area, and then fixing up those eyes. And look, he's so cute. Putting in those little eyebrows, doing his cute little button nose, and I will texture paint his mouth, so that's why I haven't done him right here. I went in to do his beautiful little whiskers, and then his wizard belt, and then also his little pouch to hold all of his little wizardy things in. I joined him into one object, and now I'm going around to add all the seams in so that we can texture paint him. So I just do that where everything should be a seam really, and I put all the seams on the clothing where seams usually are on clothing, if that makes any sense. Here I am just fixing my seams and then going in to texture paint. I don't know why I always forget which buttons I need to click to actually pull up the mesh, but here is the mesh. And I'm just going in to give him some paint, and he's looking so good at this point. I just went around and colored him all the same color to start with, and then lined up his skin color just a little bit, just so he wasn't so yellow, and then added in his purple little outfit and his purple hat, and all of this is just so cute. I love how he's coming together. This is definitely way further than I got in the original one, so at this point I'm like super stoked. Went in to do his beautiful little cheeks and then did his little smile. And I didn't even use the reference image for that, I just kind of winged it and I thought it looked great. Now I'm just going in to fix everything, add some different colors in other places too. Then I decided to make him a little set. So I didn't want him just like standing by himself. I wanted him to be like immersed in nature. Like he's going on a walk, he's got a quest, he's gonna go do the quest. So I went in to make some little cute little hills, and I placed them around a little bit, and then I did some different trees. So here I'm just doing a pine tree and honestly trying my best to not make it look like a Christmas tree. Then I went in to do this other tree, which I really like. He's quite chunky and I think he's very cute. So I just dotted around a bunch of trees and I used the snap tool to snap them to the hills. Went in to make hills in the background with some snow on them, and used the solidify modifier to make that snow a little bit more plump. I just duplicated them around and changed the shapes of them as well. Then went in to make a couple varieties of this little cute grass. And here I am going to make some really cute flowers that I'm going to place literally everywhere because I love flowers. So I did a couple little variations of them and then used the snap tool to snap them to all the different objects. Also placed around a bunch of different grass, and here I am just going in and texturizing everything in the shader editor as well, just to give it a little bit more oomph. So I used the noise texture on the pine trees, and on the other trees I used the Voronoi texture, just so it's a little bit different. I'm giving a lot of green in this, so I wanted to add some pink flowers and some orange little blades of grass as well, and some blue flowers. I think I put some red flowers in there too, and just lots of different beautiful colors. Then I went in to bring the wizard into this scene, and he looks so good. Alright, let me now give you a tour of what this rabbit is looking like. I am so stoked with him. So as you can see, I've done the scene here. So from the front perspective, it looks normal, but from the side, it looks crazy. So if I just zoom in, here is the little rabbit. Let me add some color. And look at him. He's so good. I love his little hat. I love his little outfit, his little boots, and everything about him. I just think he looks so good. He looks so much better than the monstrosity I made on day 2. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, I'm just stoked. I added in my little slimes from my little turtle video as well. I placed around some little flowers, some little bits of grass, 2 types of trees. We've got this tree, which is like borderline a Christmas tree, but it's a pine tree, you know, same. We've got this other tree, which I really like, and I just used a Voronoi texture on it just to give it that like extra little grainy look to it. And then yeah, I added some little hills in the background. So let me now show you what this rabbit is looking like rendered. Wow! I am so happy with the outcome today. I remember on day 2 of learning Blender and doing this rabbit and just being so discouraged and so confused about all the modifiers and just feeling like I could never ever create anything in Blender again. And now 4 months later, I remade him and I'm really happy, and then I also made him a little background as well. So I really feel like in the last 4 months, my Blender skills have just gone over the moon and way further than I ever thought they could ever go. So I'm so stoked about this. I'm really happy with how he turned out. Let me know if you like him in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will now see you in the next video.